What's up YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, I'm gonna give you guys 4 things that you are currently doing wrong in your recruiting or staffing business. Okay, so check it out. Before I give you the 4 things, I just wanna let you know this philosophy, okay? Everyone that's successful, everyone that's won, everyone that's winning right now, right? They've become successful because of their failures. Those failures are worth more than gold, okay? So when you learn how to do something from a failure, it's a lesson. So rather than getting it right on the first time, it's much better to fail, learn from that failure, then get it right, then know how to do it right every single time thereafter. I'm gonna give you 4 pieces of game right here that I think will level up your agency like 10x, so let's get right into it. All right, so the number 1 piece here is organization. This could go directly to you, the agency owner, all the way down to your recruiters or your employees or whatever you have. All right, so things that involve organization are communication, right? Super important, whether this is inside your actual organizational unit or whether this is with clients and candidates. Equally important. If you don't have this on tap, on point, you're screwed. The second item in organization is client acquisition and having a targeted system. If you don't have something dialed in that's a systematic way of finding new clients, new business, and then it runs like clockwork, automated, then you're also kind of screwed. You need to figure out a way to systematize this and not have it just all over the place with 10 different softwares, 10 different people using all kinds of wasted time and resources. It's not gonna work. That's bad organization. All right, the last one for organization is your candidate pipeline. Organize that stuff. Like organize what your candidates are doing. Why, where, what, and how, and when, and whatever they're doing. Organize that. Figure out the workflow for that. Figure out the system for that. I'm gonna allude to that in my next one, but I wanna talk about your candidate pipeline. Like figure out what's happening with these people. Are you communicating with them properly? Are you organizing the workflow? Are you organizing, are they going to the right places at the right time? Are you organizing the communication with them? Like all of it. If it's not on point, again, you're screwed. You gotta fix that stuff. And let me allude to that in my next point. All right, so number 2 is time and resources. You're doing it wrong. Look, if I had this entire video just to talk to each and every one of you guys about how you're using your time and how you're using your resources the improper way and how you should be using them, right? I could fix all of your problems, your most expensive problems, the things that are literally bleeding your agency money right now, this very moment. All right, so how do you take back your time and utilize your resources to their fullest capacity? Well, systems and processes. All right, so knowing the right systems and the processes that you need to put in place for your agency can literally save you time and save you resources, like fire people that you don't need, fire people off payroll. You don't need to be spending money on XYZ VAs or XYZ recruiters that aren't doing anything when you have the proper systems and the proper workflow and processes in place already that are doing that stuff for you. All right, so let me give you a quick, easy example of this, right? Instead of having like an admin VA or an admin recruiter or whatever that organizes your ATS and your CRM and all that kind of stuff and just inputs things, right? How about having an automated workflow system? Maybe it's a software, maybe it's something, some process that you set aside a slight amount of time so you can organize your time properly, right? Where it's most valuably used, where you can actually just edit and update and look at that CRM and ATS and make sure that everything is in place, where you don't need an entire resource dedicated to that one item. Listen, your time is precious. So if you're using like way too many softwares or way too many people to organize all those softwares and overlook them and oversee things, you're wasting your time. You are being inefficient. You are not running your agency to its full capacity. You're not going to be able to scale by doing that. You're basically adding bloat to the agency. That's not good. Listen, agencies that do 7 or multi-7 figures dial in their systems and processes and workflows and resources early on in the infancy of the agency. That's why they scale so fast, and that's why they scale to 7 and multi-7 figures. All right, so let's hit number 3. Simply put, you're not playing the volume game. All right, so many people just get short-circuited when I start talking about the volume game because there's so many elements to it, so many things that people don't understand, but it's reality. And you need to come to reality if you want to have success in your recruiting or staffing agency. Let's talk about volume on your cold LinkedIn outbound. What does that look like? Is it automated yet? What does the messaging look like that you're sending out? How about volume on cold outbound emails? Whenever somebody comes up to me and says, hey, I'm having an issue because I sent out 1,000 emails and I'm just getting nowhere, nothing, after like 3 weeks, I say, come back to me after you send 10,000 emails. Then I want to look at all your KPIs. Then I will want to look at all of your granular data and find out what's going on. Volume game, people, volume. There is so much nuance to the volume game. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to make this like a coaching or teaching video, but I'm going to tell you that if you're not playing the volume game, if you're not there yet, you're not on the cusp of winning. You're not going in the right direction. You are simply stagnant or you're going backwards. So things like targeting, messaging, sequencing, when you couple that with volume, they all have a big part to play in the entire orchestra of your agency and how it works and how it succeeds. If you're not doing those things properly and if you're not adding them up in the right way, you're not gonna have success. It's not gonna scale, it's not gonna work. It's gonna stay at one spot and that's not going to move forward. All right, so number 4, this is the last one, guys, and I wanna be granular and critical on this. This is knowing your numbers. All right, so we're talking about KPIs here. If you don't know what that is, that's key performance indicators, KPIs. You should always be tracking these things. Why? Because it's everything. It's the lifeblood of your business. If you don't track what's going wrong, what you're doing wrong, you can't fix it and make it right. If you don't track what's going right, what's going good, then you can't do more of what's going good. See? So for example, just a simple one, your open rate on emails outbound, right? Just the open rate, right? That tells us so much information. If you're looking at that number on the daily, right? You should be checking that number every single day as far as how much email is being opened. That tells us a lot just right there. How about beyond that, your response rate, your reply rate? Like how many people reply to your emails that you sent outbound, or how many people are replying to you on LinkedIn? That's a separate KPI you should also be tracking. By the way, there's like 25 of them. But anyways, if it's the replies, you need to look at that. Is it a positive reply? Was it a neutral reply? Was it a negative reply? Understand what replies you're getting and then tweak your campaigns, change things, make them different so that you can get a better result. Now I could just go on and on and on and on, like average placement fee per niche. Like there's so many KPI data points. When you get all of these data points on point and you paint a really good picture, that's what we want to see. Guys, at the end of the day, there is no other way to put it other than getting better at the things that you're doing wrong and getting better and even better at the things you're already good at, right? When you can do that, you're gonna be awesome. You just have to know what you're doing wrong first so you can fix it, make it right, and make everything right in your agency and scale, scale, scale. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and found some value in it. If so, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Also join our Facebook group, Recruiter Empire, link in description, and I will see you guys next time.